I'm just going to come on here really, really, really quick because the back and forth is crazy. At any rate, I'm not saying that the lady is right. I'm not saying that the lady is wrong. I'm saying that parents are the authorities of their children, and God made them absolutely responsible for inculcating and showing the difference between rights and privileges. Rights are yours, they're given to you no matter what. Privileges can be taken away as a repercussion for specific actions. You have to teach that to your children at a specific age. Husbands can't teach that to their grown wife. That's their grown wife. They're not the authority over their wives. They cannot exact repercussions for actions. The only repercussions they can have is divorcing them if their wives are doing deal breakers that they don't, agree to. The same thing with, if you as an adult come and try to cut my hair, yeah, that's assault, baby girl. You have no authority over me. Now, if I'm doing something that is wrong, I will have repercussions for my actions. Typically, it's going to be a stiff fine. They're going to hit me in my wallet, or it's going to be some sort of taking of my free will. So they will take my freedom of outside privileges and put me behind bars. What I hate about these apps is that they give free thinking people some sort of imagined authority over other people's lives. This lady specifically said that she had given her daughter chance after chance. The same thing with anything else. If you have allowed gentle parenting the first 1, 2, maybe 3 times, and your child isn't getting it, discipline, according to the Bible, the Bible says spare the rod, spoil the child. And a rod doesn't necessarily mean you have to beat your child every single time. You have to give discipline, which has a root word of disciple. Disciples were sent here to teach, to inculcate, to give knowledge, whatever way, form, or fashion. So if this woman had given gentle parenting, a little bit stiffer parenting, and stiffest parenting on the last, whatever she felt to land the lesson to her daughter was needed was hers to give. She did not cause this child harm or foul play. And we don't know what happened before. What we're seeing is a snippet on this cyberspace, and everybody wants to inject what they believe. I'm not saying she's right or wrong because I don't know what happened before, but I'm saying that she has the authority over her child to exact what discipline she deems necessary to ensure that her daughter gets the lessons. We have one chance to get this right because we cannot afford the Sandra Bland's, Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown, Eric Garner's, Tamir Rice, Philando Castile. We can't afford any more of those George Floyds. We cannot afford that. So we have to, unfortunately, in our culture, we have to ensure that our children are respecting authority, because any resistance looks like defiance. I don't care if it's a lesson that the child needs to be learning. They need to be able to make a mistake and learn from that mistake. We don't get afforded the same opportunities as other cultures. So when I'm saying that this mother, I'm not saying I agree with every single thing, because there are specific things that I feel like should happen behind closed doors. But even this, I cannot exact upon that mother, because this is her child to raise, and God gave her to her for a specific reason. And I'm saying to other people who inject themselves into specific things that you know nothing of. And I'm not saying that discipline has to look very violent or volatile. I believe that children should be given the opportunity to learn from their mistakes behind closed doors. But I also believe that our children and our culture need to be saved from y'all. Because we will cry if we have to exact corporal punishment on our children that we love dearly, because we knew what it felt like when we were younger. So everything in these new parents, myself included, does not want to put my hands on my child. I don't care if it's cutting their hair off or actually spanking them or grabbing them up. We don't want to do that. We don't want to raise our voices at our children. But if we've tried gentle parenting over and over again and you have not landed the lesson, I can't send you out into the world knowing that the world will chew you up and spit you out. I will have to exact some sort of punishment or repercussion to land the point out of love before I allow any authority outside of my home to kill my child out of hate. My skin, my son's skin, my daughter's skin is the only thing that specific people hate more than anything. And they will use anything, including defiance, resistance, to kill them out of hate. So I cannot allow my children, and she cannot allow her child to go out into this world with that defiance.
Come here, you're gonna learn today, girl. No physical discipline. Don't mom me. No. You had your warning. You had your chance. I told you to listen. I told you stop disobeying my rules. I told you being cute ain't shit. If you have no education. I told you stop disobeying me. I told you to listen and do as you're supposed to. I told you to do good in school. I told you to do your daily routine and you yet to even do any of it. And you thought you were disobeying me today and I was not coming to cut this hair off. You're sadly mistaken because you thought being pretty was so much better than being educated or listening to your mom, right? Yes, this is what happens when you don't listen to your mom. The crazy thing is today, I had to do something that I really didn't want to do, but I had to do to teach my child a lesson. We try to be better than our parents, and I try really hard to be the best mother that I can be. Hi. Do you feel traumatized? No. Do you feel like I abused you? No. Do you feel like this form of discipline was a lot better than any other form of discipline, like physical abuse that I could have used? Yes. You know I love you, right? Yes. You know I got your back, right? Yes. You know what I'm doing right now is to make you a better person, right? Yes. How many times have I spoken to you about this? A lot of times. How many times have your teachers called me? Multiple times. How many times have you not handed in homework? A few times. How many times have you not listened? How many times have I told you when you're grounded not to do certain things and you're still doing them? A lot of times. Right. A lot of times, right? And I've been speaking to you about this for how long? A year. So today when I did what I did by cutting off your hair, you understand why I did it, right? Yeah. And you're learning from it, right? Yeah. And what did you learn? I learned not to disrespect you and to listen to you. And also? And to do my homework.